And this is NASA Now. We're just days away from a total lunar eclipse, which will be visible to people living in South America, Europe, Africa, Australia, and Asia. On today's program, we'll meet Steven Edberg, a NASA astronomer who will tell us all about lunar eclipses and explain why they aren't visible to everyone. But first, let's check out NASA Tone News and learn about an event that took place farther out in our solar system. A collision of asteroids? NASA's SWIFT satellite and Hubble telescope have collected data that shows an asteroid named Sheila had unexpectedly gotten brighter and was spouting plumes of dust and debris. NASA scientists say these changes likely occurred after Sheila was struck by a much smaller asteroid. Asteroids are rocky fragments thought to be debris from the formation and evolution of the solar system approximately 4.6 billion years ago. Millions of them orbit the Sun between Mars and Jupiter in the main asteroid belt. Sheila is approximately 70 miles across and orbits the Sun every 5 years. Now let's take a look at the past.
May 5th, 1961, Alan Shepard rocketed into space aboard the Freedom 7 capsule. It was America's first manned space mission. The main objective of Project Mercury 50 years ago was to determine man's capabilities in a space environment. NASA says that flight set our nation on a path of exploration and discovery that continues today.
Our next total lunar eclipse is a week away. Here to share his thoughts about this celestial event is astronomer Steven Edberg from the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California. And we are so happy he can join us. Hi, Steven. Let's begin by asking, what is an eclipse?
An eclipse, in the broadest definition, is an event in which some celestial object goes into the shadow of another celestial object. So a lunar eclipse, we observe the moon going into Earth's shadow and then reappearing again afterwards.
Why does the moon turn red or orange during a lunar eclipse?
During the total part of the eclipse, the moon itself will appear anywhere from orange to literally disappearing in the sky. Essentially, the light of all the sunrises and all the sunsets going on at Earth at that time is being bent around Earth by Earth's atmosphere. And the moon ends up being a screen for us to see that light of those sunrises and sunsets.
So, Steven, how often do lunar eclipses occur?
Lunar eclipses have to occur just every 6 months, and there must be 2 lunar eclipses every year. I can't say it's a law of nature, but that is, in fact, the way the celestial mechanics work.
If it happens every 6 months, why do we see it so infrequently?
The lunar eclipse is a limited time event, and so on Earth, with it being a sphere, you have to be on the face of Earth that sees the moon to see something like a lunar eclipse. And if you're not, you may be lucky and the Earth will rotate in so that you do eventually see it, or if you're unlucky, it may rotate out, or if you're really unlucky, you're just on the side of Earth that is, during that even full 6-hour duration, you may see absolutely nothing.
You mentioned Earth rotating in. What's the difference between rotation and revolution?
There's always a lot of confusion among people when they use the words rotation and revolution. When something is in orbit around another object, we say that it is revolving. Because the moon rotates at the same rate that it goes around Earth, exactly the same rate, we see one face of the moon always in the same direction as Earth is. It's called synchronous rotation.
I've always wondered if other planets or objects in our solar system experience eclipses.
Well, yes, there are many objects in the solar system that experience eclipses because, in essence, any of the moons of any of the planets that go into the planet's shadows are going to have eclipses.
That's pretty awesome. Thanks, Steven, for stopping by to tell us all about the moon and the lunar eclipse.
Did you know that a total lunar eclipse can take place only when the Earth passes directly in front of a full moon, casting its shadow on the moon's surface? Now you know.
Now it's time to check out what's up.
There are 2 total lunar eclipses that will happen this year. One on June 15th and the other December 10th, when the east coast of the United States will be able to see a portion of it. The next total lunar eclipse fully visible throughout the U.S. will be on April 15th in the year 2014.
Explore other astronomical events in our universe with this lesson.
Your students can discover more about the mysteries surrounding the black holes in our universe while they challenge their algebra and pre-algebra skills. Just link to black hole math right here on the virtual campus.
Well, that's it for NASA Now. Be sure to tune in next week when we learn all about the launch of Aquarius. We'll see you then on NASA Now.
NASA Now comes to you from the virtual campus at NASA Explorer Schools.